Hey, welcome or welcome back. Ever wondered which classic DOS gems left us hanging without a sequel? I know I have, and I have a few picks. Today we're diving into 10 unforgettable titles, from moonlit sword and sorcery brawls to pixelated cyberpunk thrillers that captured our hearts but never got a second act. So let's jump right in. Created by Delphin Software, of Another World and Flashback fame, Future Wars sweeps you from your 1989 office through medieval Europe of 1304 AD, a gleaming 44th century Supreme Council's chambers, and even ancient prehistoric jungle by sleek time portals. Its puzzles rely on context-sensitive verb menu, defusing futuristic bombs, jury-rigging inventory items, and solving environmental brain teasers, plus a burst of arcade action as you flee a rampaging dinosaur. Yup. Everything was possible in the game, for it was The Future Wars. A rather dramatic title perhaps, but also a true gem of a game. Beautiful backdrops depict crumbling monastery halls, sterile lunar labs, and lush prehistoric foliage in sharp detail, while unskippable animated cutscenes felt gloriously cinematic for the time on DOS. Story beats unfold mainly through them and on-screen prompts, keeping the focus on exploration and clever item combos rather than branching chatter. Billed as a kickoff to a grand time travel saga spanning many future potential entries, Future Wars never saw its episode 2, and we were left craving fresh areas, more interesting adventures, and mind-boggling puzzles, alongside richer character development, that is. A true sequel could have turned this one-off chronicle into Delphin's ultimate adventure series that could rival the likes of King's Quest. Bioforge broke ground with its 2D pre-rendered environments and real-time 3D polygonal characters, motion-captured animations, and immersive storytelling. It was as innovative as it was possible in 1995 on PC. As a cybernetic test subject, you awaken in a high-tech lab with no memory, forcing you to pry open sealed doors, hack consoles, and solve physics-based puzzles, like rerouting power to locked sublevels for instance, or to figure out where and who you are. The game's industrial art direction, metal corridors, ominous computer readouts and whatnot, and its heavy-breathing sound design amplified the sense of isolation. Combat blended melee grapples with firearms, and while it was rather demanding, at least to me, it was also satisfying when mastered. And also, in what other game could you pick up your opponent's missing arm to beat him to the pulp with? Most of Bioforge's stories revealed through fixed cutscenes and log entries, adding a lot to the sense of loneliness and being left to fend for yourself only. Bioforge's finale has you uncovering your cyborg past just in time to scramble into a prototype starship as the research station erupts around you. And that is just simply not good enough. We could have gotten so much more in the sequel. Deeper insight into the shadowy corporation, new combat upgrades and expanded locations, maybe even a space station or an underground city, or even an alien world. Why the hell not? The possibilities are there and just waiting to be made real. A sequel could have explored your cyborgs progressively evolving humanity, and that would be fun to follow too. Dreamweb's gritty pixel art lays the foundation for its anti-hero tale. You're Ryan, a tormented bartender chosen by the mysterious entity known as Dreamweb to eliminate 7 targets in just 7 days. People you've never met, yet people who are supposedly bound to doom humanity. Unlike lighter adventure games, its dark themes, mental distress, moral ambiguity, and sudden bursts of graphic violence push those gaming to its absolute limits, drenching players in genuine dread. Rain-slick neon streets glow under flickering signs, dingy bars hide reluctant informants, and every back alley whispers of danger. Conversations play out as fixed monologues, no branching choices in Dreamweb, adding a lot to the tense and heavy atmosphere of the cyberpunk story. High-tech low-life kind of a thing. All of that is backed by a pulsing synth soundtrack, crafting creepy paranoia that few games in history dared to attempt. With its razor-sharp narrative and masterful mood control, Dreamweb begged to go deeper. Picture alternate fates for Aeon's doomed mission, fresh moral quandaries with Dreamweb's machinery, and a broader view of its surreal conspiracy. That abrupt, single ending still haunts fans of the game to this very day. Was Ryan a savior or just a tool in some dark scheme? Moonstone's blend of hack-and-slash combat and turn-based exploration felt like Talisman, a tabletop game mixed with Mortal Kombat with weapons. 4 players could roam its misty and mysterious countryside, battling a whole manner of weird and deadly creatures, rival knights for control of the mystical Moonstone, and leave the battlefields drenched in deep red, which for the YouTube reasons we're going to call Raspberry Jam. So its jump-splattered finishers, complete with pixelated dismemberments, were shocking for the era, and each knight's attributes of strength, constitution and endurance, that players could race as they pleased, made every multiplayer session unpredictable and super fun. Lunar mechanic added strategic depth as monsters grew stronger at certain moon phases, while hidden shrines rewarded thorough map exploration with powerful artifacts. Moonstone's pulsing, dark soundtrack and atmospheric sound effects, clashing steel, monster roars, grunts and all, drew players into a dark medieval realm unlike any other DOS title. With its addictive blend of action and strategy, Moonstone built a cult following hungry for more. Imagine new areas, extra weapon types, or even a true branching questline. More unique heroes, rather than just reskins, deeper multiplayer dynamics and modernized graphics would have cemented Moonstone's legend. And while I would love to see a sequel, I don't want it in modern realistic graphics, I want more pixels and polish, so that it stays faithful style-wise to the original. Remedy's De4th Rally thrust you into death-defying top-down races where armored cars, bird chain guns and black market gadgets. Landmines, bumper spikes and nitro boosts. Fun stuff. 19 trucks went through derelict factories, urban circuits, desert ice and canyon escapes, keeping the game fresh all throughout. Price cash for wins or wrecking rivals buys armor plating, engine tuners, tire upgrades and one-use perks, while AI foes relentlessly fire and lay mines, making every lap action-packed and unpredictable. Between races, you visit the black market for weapons, quick loans and mechanic bribes to stay on top of the competition. A driving electronic score and roaring engine sound keep the adrenaline pumping and the action going. While the 2011 mobile remake rekindled De4th Rally's fury a little, a proper sequel could have expanded on the career mode, add fully customizable garages and true-to-life crash physics. Just imagine the glory it would have been today in online multiplayer. Imagine team relays, co-op demolition derbies, it would have turned De4th Rally's raw carnage into a modern mayhem fest. Superhero is a satirical RPG and adventure mixture that casts you as the Crimson Tape, newly appointed leader of the flailing superhero league in a flooded, post-apocalyptic Hoboken. Not necessarily a place you want to be in, but place you sadly are in. You recruit oddball heroes like Iron Tummy, who can eat any and all spicy foods without flinching, and Tropical Oil Man, who defeats foes by raising their cholesterol levels to tackle numerous absurd missions. Turn-based combat mixes light tactics with tongue-in-cheek superpowers. Overworld screens show ruined subway tunnels, a museum-turned headquarters, and waterlogged streets, all threaded with zany mission briefs by League's computer Matilda. Inventory includes weird isotopes for new powers and one-off weapons from Ginzu knives to Slinky of Death, each packed with a punchy punchline, funny fun and weirdy weird. Oh my god, that makes no sense. I should just shut up. Hoboken's comic world begged for more twisted capers, new heroes with wilder powers, multi-stage showdowns against Dr. Entropy's crazed inventions, and branching mission paths that reshape the city or open new areas. A sequel could have sharpened the satire with deeper team synergies, rival hero leagues, and campaign choices that would decide Hoboken's fate. And I can't help but wonder what wild antics the league might have tackled if it was given a chance. Flight of the Amazon Queen is a lovingly crafted point-and-click adventure starring Joe King, a dashing pilot who's hired to fly Hollywood diva Faye Russell into the Amazon and instead crash lands into the perilous rescue mission. Witty, self-aware banter crackles through every conversation as Joe trades quips with Faye, Trader Bob and a host of other jungle denizens. Puzzles range from simple to complicated, then often have you combine bizarre inventory items or engage in other odd activities, like fueling a jetpack with alcohol, distracting a talking gorilla or retrieving a mystical crystal skull. The game's rich VGA pixel art bursts with tropical color, sunlit canopy glades, moss-covered temple ruins and vibrant character portraits, while sidekicks like Ventwood the Parrot add comic relief in the spirit of classic LucasArts adventures. In fact, Flight of the Amazon Queen has a very LucasArtsy feel to it for the lack of a better word. For 27 years, Flight of the Amazon Queen stood as a singular classic. Now, Return of the Amazon Queen is finally in the works, as it was announced in January 2022, with the target release date set for Q4 2025 or early 2026. And from what I can tell, it's progressing nicely and there should be no noticeable delays. While we could only dream of a sequel for years in the DOS era, it's finally happening. So while there may be none yet, this one will very soon stop being appropriate pick for this video. Fingers crossed. Albion combines sci-fi starship exploration with fantasy villain humanoids Isekai setting. After crash landing on planet Albion, you assemble a party and traverse Isekai 3 cities, coastal human villages, forgotten ruins, and high-tech labs of the colony ship Toronto. 6 unique characters offer a variety, and extensive topic-based dialogues and puzzles keep the game captivating all the way through. Battles unfold on a 5x6 square grid, where rivers, ruins, woods and other terrain features add flair to the combat tactics. Equipping both firearms and melee weapons, you can craft melee ranged or spellcaster builds appropriate to handle any and all situations you might find yourself in. Albion is one of the biggest unsung gaming gems of 1990s and definitely deserves a follow-up. Albion ends with your party deploying the seed to destroy Toronto's rogue AI and shut down its fusion reactor, effectively halting the colony's strip mining plan. The colonists abandon the ship to begin life anew on Albion's surface, and tentative ceasefire is brokered between human settlers and the feline Isekai. But cultural tensions and the broader clash of druidic magic versus human technology remain an open question. A sequel could have further explored other continents on Albion, deepen the AI magic conspiracy and introduce new character archetypes or techno-mage hybrids. Part strategy, part arcade, North and South puts you in command of Union or Confederate forces on a turn-based map of the United States, deploying infantry, cavalry or artillery divisions to seize railway-linked states. When opposing armies meet, you dive into real-time skirmishes, adjusting power and position of cannons, timing straight on cavalry charges, or leading groups of masked-armed soldiers. Some special events include a lone soldier in a side-view run, punching foes and throwing knives to capture forts or hijack trains. The game's colorful, cartoonish sprites, oversized muskets, comical cavalry caricatures, and wagons that bob exaggerately lend a playful sheen to its Civil War setting. Each side advances, holding railway stations to generate income and fresh troops, and blending board-level tactics with arcade flair. North and South was great alone, but against a friend it was a marvel. North and South's true follow-up could have explored new conflicts. Imagine World War II campaigns or Wild West standoffs. It could have introduced naval engagements to contest rivers and seas, or offer persistent multiplayer wars with evolving maps and unit progressions. Its blend of board-level tactics and arcade-style battles was a winning formula that beckoned for more theaters of war that it never received. Or however it is correctly pronounced, cast you as a caveman taxi pilot flying a pedal-powered helicopter to ferry cave folk between single-screen cavern platforms. You dodge charging triceratops and swooping pterosaurus while pedaling drains your stamina, replenished by knocking fruit from the trees. Collisions and hard landings damage your rotor, killing you and your passenger alike, so precision is a key. And since aircraft accidents are rare, don't be a part of the statistics. Given the momentum and physics-based gameplay, ACH may take some practice, but its gameplay is light, fun and really rewarding feeling. It is composed of unique 60-something handcrafted levels, with varied platform layouts and cave door puzzles steadily ramp up the challenge. All of this unfolds with playful, beautiful pixel art animations and an upbeat chiptune soundtrack. ACH nailed that perfect blend of frantic pedaling, dino-dodging chaos and goofy caveman charm that still feels fresh today. Its physics-driven helicopter hijinks practically scream for a modern sequel with smoother controls and co-op mayhem utilizing modern analog gamepad controls. Just picture teaming up online to shovel cavefolk through dark jungles, swapping fruit for fuel and outwitting charging strikes together. Spruce it up with upgraded pixel art animations, dynamic weather effects and unlockable minicopters, and you've got a prehistoric party that nobody saw coming. And that's a wrap on 10 DOS classics I wish had sequels. Which one would you revive first? Drop your pick in the comments, smash that like button for more retro goodness and hit the bell to never miss uploads. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself and I'll talk to you soon.